Good morning, friends. Today we are going to run. This is actually the first class of page object model, where we are going to learn what is page object model. Okay, page object model. Okay, this means that we have to create an object for each and every page. Page in the sense, for each and every page contains some objects. Objects in the sense web elements in Selenium terminology. So for each and we have to perform actions on the each and every web element. Okay, that is what is the test cases. Okay, actually we will write actually for each and every page will write different test cases. Okay, so in code we have to create the classes for each and every page, and for each and every action or for each and every test case we have to write a method or a function. Okay, so how it is done, and to call means and to call that particular page we have to call through an object. That is what is page object model actually says. So how we are going to do that? Okay, this is actually the first class. Okay, this is actually the sample application. Okay, suppose that in this I want to enter some user ID, some password, and I wanted to click on login button. This is what I have to, this is what my test case says. Okay, so this is the sample application which I have made it. Okay, so let us take the Eclipse. Okay, first we will create a project, and for this we are using testng. Okay, it is better to use testng. Okay, create a project. Next, okay, give some project name. POM project. I am giving some name. Project. Finish. Okay, no. This is the POM project. Okay, this is the src folder. They are the Java jars. Okay, in this src folder, actually suppose that I wanted to create a module. I wanted to create a module, means in the sense package mod 1. In this module contains some pages, and for each and every page I have written some test cases. Okay, uh, this is the module. I am creating a class. This is login or home page. Okay, actually I don't want any main here. Finish. Okay. Uh, okay, and I wanted to create a base class also, some sort of base class. I'm going to tell why it is useful. Base class. Okay, this in this base class actually I wanted to invoke the browser, and I wanted to enter the URL and all those things I wanted to do in this base class. And in this class I'm going to write a function for entering the values in user ID and password, and clicking on this login button. Okay, first I will write the separate functions for each and everything. Okay, first actually I wanted to as per the base class, I wanted to invoke the browser and I wanted to enter the URL. Okay, these things first I wanted to do here. Okay, for invoking the browser, actually I wanted to invoke the Firefox browser. So for this, uh, I have to actually git code ever. I have to use the git code ever for this. Okay, okay. 1 second control. First I will write one function. Um, sorry. Base. Okay. Okay. This is the path where actually my exe is there for git code ever. Okay. Given this. Okay. And new Firefox driver. This 1 second. Actually, why it is not showing means because I have not added the Selenium jars over here. So right click, build path, configure build path, add external jars. Okay, these are my Selenium jars. I'm adding my Selenium jars. Okay, apply and close. Now it is showing Firefox driver. App driver WD. Okay. Okay. And after that, WD dot navigate dot to URL. What is the URL? This is the URL. Okay. Now I am going to give some implicit weight over here. Implicit weight 30 seconds. Time unit dot 30 seconds. Okay. Okay. Now actually means this function actually this will invoke the browser and this will enter the URL, the address. Okay. Now actually what I have to do is I have to I wanted to perform my test cases on this page, okay, and the test cases related to this page I am going to write it in different class, okay. So uh, in a page object model we have to maintain different classes for different pages, okay, and we have to call respective page through the object, okay. That is what is page object model says, okay. So now we have already created a class for it, that is home page, home page, okay. In this actually first I will create, okay, in this I have to create the functions. First I will create the individual functions, that is for entering some value over here, and from entering some value over here and clicking on this button I will create a separate functions, okay. First then I will modify it. First I'm creating only static functions because I don't want to create any object for it. Static login or user ID. Return type is void, okay. It will not return any value. Void, okay. But here it requires a web driver actually. Here it requires a web driver. So this web driver is actually created in the base class. So I have to pass this web driver. So if I am passing a web driver from the base class to this home page class, so it has to receive it. So here it will receive web driver w, 1 second, web driver, suppose driver, okay. So here not wd, here driver dot find element by dot xpath. What is the xpath over here? Find out the xpath. We have to use the firebug for that. This is the xpath. Okay. Dot not click send keys dot, 1 second now, dot, because I wanted to enter the value, I wanted to enter my name, okay. Okay, this is one function for entering the username, and the same functions I will copy it. I wanted to enter the password also. Password. Here the XPath is different. Okay, here I want to enter some Mohan. For clicking, what is this login? What is the XPath over here? Here it is dot click. Okay, what I have done is I have written different functions for different actions. Actually, I have to write a single function, but I will do. Okay, first see. Now what I have to do is, okay, now I have to for run. Actually, this will invoke the browser, and it will enter the URL. After that, these functions, I have to execute these functions. To execute these functions, first thing what I have to do is I have to create an object of this class. Okay, what I have to do is I have to create an object, or simply if it is an, see, this is a public class. Okay, and actually these are all static functions. Okay, suppose that they are non-static functions. Okay, anyhow, page object model says that we have to create an object. Okay, first I will create an object. Okay, is equal to new. What is the class name? Home page. Home page. Home page. HP. Home page. Okay. Now what I have to do is I have to call those functions. HP dot. What is the first function over here? Username. You have to pass the driver object, that is this one. Okay, and HP dot password driver object WD, and HP dot login driver object. Each and every time you are passing the driver object. Okay, it is better to declare this driver globally, so it will be very useful. Okay, so public static web driver WD. Okay, I have declared over here. Okay, first what actually happening? First, this is actually a function. Okay, this is actually a function. There is no main function. Means it will this function will not be executed. Okay, this program will not be executed until I have to write the annotation. If I am using a test ng, then I have to do it at the rate test. At the rate test. But here it is showing the JUnit, but it is not showing the any annotation regarding the test engines, because we have not added testng related files, okay, libraries. So right click, build path, configure build path, add library, testng, next, finish. Okay, now testng library is been added. Okay, then we will do check. This is the testng annotation. Okay, click on it. Okay, in the same way, but anyhow we are not using any means we are only using these functions only for calling purpose. Okay, we are not running these functions. Okay, so it is no need of writing any annotation over here. Okay, now I will run this program. Git code driver is running exe. Git code driver. It is taking some time. Okay, be patient. Okay, browser is being opened. Okay, URL is entered. Okay, user ID password entered and OK button is been pressed. Okay, I have not means given any link to the next page. Okay, okay, it is working fine. Close it. Here it is giving the results. One run. Okay, there are no failures. Okay, base class has been passed. Okay, right. So this is what is uh, basic POM model, page object model, where I have actually created a class and I have written the functions related to that class in related to that page in one class, and what I am doing is I am calling those functions in the another class. What is the use means in real-time project we have to create a base class where actually means the what you call the things which are to be done for all the projects will be written over here, and for each and every page we will be writing we have to make a class for this and related to that page, suppose that this home page contains 30 to 40 test cases. For each and every case we have to write a function and we have to execute it, but this is a lengthy, so suppose okay, at this particular point of time we have written for each and every action for action we have written a function, but it is not required. Okay, now I will write these three statements in only one what you call one function. Okay, that's what you have to do. Okay, what I will do is I will name this as login, login, and I will not maintain different classes for each and every different functions for each and every action, but suppose that this is only one test case, so I am writing only one function for one test case. Entering user ID, entering password, clicking on login button is one test case. Okay, so I am writing only one function for it. I am not writing multiple functions. Okay, so these are not required now. Delete it. Okay, it is a step by step process of learning. Okay, Now what I have done is I have created only one function. Okay, here the function name I have changed it. So here there will be only one function. There will not, these functions name should not be there. Okay, now once again I will run this program. It is running. The same thing will be happen, but what I have done is I have, instead of writing three separate functions, means for each and every action writing a separate function, I have written in all the actions in one function. Means it is what is I have written one test one function for one test case. Okay, it is happening. Okay, it is done. Okay, right. Now uh, can we further minimize the code? Suppose that here what is happening is um, I am passing the values over here. Here what I am doing, I am passing the values over here. Okay. Uh, can I pass these values while calling the function? That I can also do. Okay. Where I am calling it, here I am calling it. Here only I will give the values also. I am modifying it. Okay. Making it so simple. Okay. This contains 1, 2, 3 parameters. One web driver, and this is string, and this is also a string. So I have to create the function for this. Okay. This is already having web driver. Okay. Now what I will do, I will parameterizing it. Okay. String uh, name I will give uname string pass, and taking this will be uname, and this will be pass. Okay. Okay. Somewhat again I have modified it. What I have done, instead of writing giving the values uh, statically, runtime I am giving the values, not runtime actually, means while calling the function I am giving the values. Okay. Okay, again I will run it. I am modifying the same what you called program and making it simpler. Okay, making it short so that the execution will be somewhat fast. Okay, it is happened. It is running fine. So next, okay, up to here it is okay. Now, don't we think that this whole thing is very means lengthy over here? So we can also one second. We can also initialize the things uh, here. Okay, this is all about finding the web element. No, so what I will do is in the class itself, I will first initialize all the elements related to the object. Means actually this home page is a class which contains all the test cases. Okay, so what I will do is first I have to what I will do is I will initialize all the elements. Okay, I will find out the elements. Okay, and I will initialize it. Okay, there are all many elements. Okay, but at present I don't require the to find out all those elements first. I want only for these three elements: user ID, the login ID, password, and login. So first, what I will do is um, here what I have done is in the function I have what you called applied one identifier, used one identifier and identified the objects. Okay, for web elements, sorry. Okay, so what I will do is first these thing I will do in the starting itself. Okay, I will initialize first, I will find out the elements. Okay, I will simplifying it. What I am doing is I am simplifying the things. Okay. Okay, by is a class which I have used. This thing I will write in the starting itself. Okay, so that means all the web elements will be initialized at the starting, so that the code will be so simple. Okay, so by I will create a class first. One second. Uh, by dot um, one second. One second. I will create a static object. Static um, username or user ID static user ID, and this belongs to, suppose this is actually a web element, so web element user ID is equal to, one second, this is actually a by one second. I have to initialize it. No, this is not right. So by dot x path, one second, by dot x path. Okay, here I will give this value over here. Control. I am initializing at the starting point only. Okay. Mismatch cannot find. Okay, this is the type by, no, by class. So one second. Change to by. What is the return type of this? One second. First, what is the return type? By is the return type. So the object, the variable which stores this value should be of by class. Okay. This return type is by because it is returning the by class. Okay. So the variable which stores this value should be of type by. So in the same way, what we have to do is, for the rest of the things also, by password is equal to by dot xpath. Okay, what is the xpath over here? I'm simplifying the code. Control V. Okay. Static by um, login. This is actually login button is equal to by dot xpath. So that the code will be simple. Control V. Okay, here I have initialized all the values. Okay, now there is no need of find element or all those things. What I will do is driver is required. So here user ID. One second. Web driver. One second. User ID dot driver dot. This is one second. It's giving some error. Change to user ID. Okay, so driver dot find element here user id dot send keys. What is this? Driver, not driver, login, no, uname, sorry, uname. The same way you have to write this one as, delete this, driver dot find element by, I am simplifying this thing. Okay, password the same way, login. So in this way, for each and every page, anyhow, for each and every page we are creating a class, and at the starting itself you have to find out each and every object, and you have to give your own variables for that. Okay, so that the code will be simple, code will be looking simple. Okay, what you are doing here is, you can easily, okay, you are entering some value in the user ID, you are entering some value in the password, you are clicking on login. Okay, this is what we can easily tell. Okay, I will run this program. It is taking some time. Okay, see how fast it is. Where compared to the previous executions, this is somewhat faster. Okay, this is what is page object model. Okay, where what you are doing is for each and every page we have to create a class. We have to create a class, and for each and every test case we have to write a function. Okay, and for calling if you want to call any of the means the functions or what you call any of the class, we have to create an object and you have to call it. Okay, for the base class. Okay, the base class, what you have to do, you have to write the code and you have to call that particular whatever class you want to you can call through object. Okay, that is what is page object model. Okay, it is means it looks simple uh, because I have taken a simple example. Okay, there in the uh, later classes we will be discussing more on page object model. Okay, this is the basics of page object model. Okay, hope you understood. Have a nice day.